3 weeks ago, I found 47 wasp nests hidden around my entire property. I almost stepped on a yellowjacket nest buried right under my doorstep. One wrong move and I would have been stung dozens of times instantly. But here's the thing that nobody ever tells you about wasps. Killing one nest does absolutely nothing to solve your real problem long term. Those colonies will come right back every single time without fail. Today I am going to show you the exact professional method that wipes out entire colonies up to a half-mile away from your home. And the best part is, it is completely safe around honeybees and your family. Stick with me until the very end because the last tip alone could save you from a very dangerous situation this season. Let me start by telling you about the first time I ever dealt with a serious wasp problem. I had just moved into a new home in the middle of summer and noticed a few wasps flying around the back porch. I figured it was nothing, just a couple of strays passing through my yard. I grabbed a can of spray from the hardware store and blasted what I thought was one small nest. Within seconds, I had 30 angry wasps swarming directly at my face. I ran inside, slammed the door, and just stood there shaking and completely out of breath. That single mistake taught me something critical about wasp behavior I never forgot. Spraying one nest without a real strategy is like poking a single bear in an entire den of them. You cannot treat this problem one nest at a time and actually expect real results. So I started researching what pest control professionals actually use on large properties and farms. That is when I discovered what I now call the honeybee safe baiting strategy, and it completely changed everything for me. Here is exactly how it works and why it is so incredibly effective against entire colonies at once. You are going to need two simple things that you probably already have at home right now. The first is plain apple juice, just the regular kind from any grocery store near you. The second is pure boric acid, which you can find easily online or at most hardware stores. Boric acid is a naturally occurring mineral compound that is absolutely lethal to most insects when they consume it directly. But here is why this combination is genius and totally safe around your beehives. Honeybees are simply not attracted to apple juice at all, not even slightly. So you can place this mixture right next to your bee boxes without any risk whatsoever. Wasps and yellowjackets, on the other hand, are wildly attracted to the sweet smell of apple juice every time. Now let me walk you through the exact setup process so you can do this correctly. Grab an empty aluminum soda can, the kind you would normally just toss in the recycling bin. Pour just a small amount of apple juice into the bottom of that empty can. You do not need much at all, just a thin layer covering the bottom surface. Then stir in a couple of teaspoons of boric acid until it dissolves into the liquid completely. Here is the most important step that most people completely skip over and mess up. Place a small stick or a twig inside the can before you set it out anywhere. This is absolutely critical because you need the wasps to survive long enough to fly back home. Without the stick, the wasps will fall into the liquid and drown immediately before finishing their job. With the stick, they can drink the boric acid mixture, climb out safely, and fly all the way back to their colony. Once they return, they feed that poisoned liquid to the other workers and to the queen herself. Within days, the entire colony begins to collapse from the inside out completely. And because wasps travel up to a half-mile to forage for food, this method reaches nests you can never even see or find. Place a few of these bait stations around the perimeter of your property in shaded spots. Check them every couple of days and refresh the mixture when it starts to dry out or evaporate. You will start to see a significant drop in wasp activity within about 5 to 7 days. Within 2 to 3 weeks, entire colonies that were plaguing your yard will be completely gone for good. This method is hands down the most effective large-scale solution I have ever personally used myself. But baiting alone is not going to keep wasps away from rebuilding next season around your home. That is where long-term prevention comes in, and this part is just as important as anything else. Every spring, wasps scout for protected spots to start building fresh new nests from scratch. Eaves, soffits, light fixtures, corners of window frames, and gaps in your siding are their absolute favorite spots. Once they find a good location, they can build a brand new nest in just a matter of days. The solution that professionals use for this exact problem is a product called Delta Dust Insecticide. It comes in a fine powder form that you apply directly using a cobweb duster tool. You simply puff it into all the cracks, corners, and crevices where wasps love to build nests each year. The active ingredient coats the surface and kills any wasp that comes into contact with it quickly. Here is what makes Delta Dust truly worth every single penny you spend on it. It is completely waterproof, so rain does not wash it away or reduce its effectiveness at all. A single application keeps working and protecting your home for up to 8 full months continuously. You apply it once in early spring, and you are protected for the entire active wasp season automatically. I started using Delta Dust 2 years ago, and the difference was honestly night and day for me. Now let us talk about what to do when you have active nests that you need to eliminate right now today. There are 2 professional methods I recommend depending on exactly where the nest is located. The first method is also the cheapest and most environmentally friendly option available to you. All you need is regular Dawn dish soap and water mixed in a heavy-duty spray bottle at home. The Zep brand professional sprayer works best because it has a strong and consistent stream every time. Mix about 2 tablespoons of Dawn into a full bottle of water and shake it up well. The science behind why this works is actually really fascinating and worth understanding fully. Soap breaks down the waxy exoskeleton that protects the wasp's body from moisture and dehydration. At the same time, it coats the tiny breathing pores on their body, called spiracles, completely. The wasps essentially suffocate and drown within seconds of being hit with the soapy stream. It is fast, it is effective, it is non-toxic, and it costs almost nothing at all to make. You can treat most exposed nests under eaves or on fence posts with this method safely. However, there is a very important safety warning you absolutely must know before you start spraying anything. Never use any water-based spray around electrical fixtures, light boxes, or electrical panels outside. Water conducts electricity, and spraying near live wires creates a serious and potentially deadly risk of electrocution. This is not something to take lightly or ignore even for a second while treating nests. If you have a wasp nest that is built right next to or inside an electrical area, stop immediately. That situation requires a completely different and specialized product designed just for that problem. The product you need for electrical areas is called PT Wasp Freeze II, and it is remarkable. This aerosol spray is specifically formulated to be completely non-conductive up to 47,000 volts of electricity. That means you can spray it safely around live electrical panels, junction boxes, and outdoor light fixtures. The spray can reach up to 15 feet away, so you maintain a very safe distance from the nest while treating it. And when it hits the wasps, it knocks them down almost completely instantly on contact. It works dramatically faster than soap and water for eliminating an active, aggressive nest quickly. The freeze effect paralyzes them before they can even think about coming after you at all. For any nest near electricity, this is the only product you should ever consider using, period. Now I want to take a moment to talk seriously about your personal safety throughout all of this. Standard paper wasps, the ones building those familiar gray umbrella-shaped nests, are actually defensive by nature. They will usually only attack if you get too close or directly disturb their nest structure. But Yellowjackets are a completely different and far more dangerous situation altogether. Yellowjackets are aggressive. They can sting multiple times, and they will pursue you over long distances without stopping. If you are dealing with a confirmed Yellowjacket nest anywhere on your property, do not approach it without protection. You need a full professional bee suit that covers you completely from your head all the way to your toes. Do not cut corners on this because a mass Yellowjacket attack can send even a healthy adult to the hospital fast. These situations can escalate from manageable to completely out of control in just a matter of seconds. I cannot stress this enough, so please take it seriously for your own sake and your family's safety. If at any point a nest situation feels too large or too risky to handle alone, call a professional. There is absolutely no shame in that decision, and it is honestly the smart and safe choice to make. Your safety is worth infinitely more than saving a few dollars by doing it yourself today. Here's a quick recap of everything we covered so you have the full picture clearly. Use the apple juice and boric acid bait station method to wipe out distant colonies you cannot even find. Apply Delta Dust to eaves, soffits, and crevices once in spring for 8 months of continuous protection. Use Dawn soap and water spray for active nests away from any electrical sources or wires. Use PT Wasp Freeze II for any active nests near electrical boxes or light fixtures outside. And always wear full protective gear when dealing with Yellowjackets anywhere on your property. These 4 steps together form a complete and professional wasp management system that actually works long-term. I have used every single one of these methods personally, and the results have been incredible for my property. Now I want to hear from you directly in the comment section down below right now. Drop a comment telling me whether you are dealing with paper wasps, yellowjackets, or something else entirely. Also, let me know which of these 4 methods you are planning to try first on your property this season. Your comment might just help someone else reading through the section who is facing the same exact problem you are. If this video gave you something useful today, hit that follow button so you never miss a pest control tip again. I put out practical, real-world solutions every single week that you will not find anywhere else easily. Share this video with one neighbor or friend who has been struggling with wasps around their home this summer. You might seriously save them from a very painful and dangerous situation they are not prepared for. Thank you for watching all the way through to the end, and I will see you in the very next one.